Where do you want to go with everything you're doing now? Like, cause you talked about him, your ex, and you kind of like where he didn't really want to go anywhere. It kind of affected how you didn't want to, like, it didn't motivate you, right?
Yeah.
So like, where do you want to go? Cause you're still young as fuck. You're fucking what, 23? Like
23.
Jesus Christ. It's crazy how long ago I met you. But so you're 23 years old. I'm going to turn 31 next month. Where do you like? I guess I hate this fucking question though when I ask this because I hate when people.
Are you asking what my 5-year plan is?
I fucking hate it. No, I know. Okay, so I'm not asking 5-year plan because I hate that question. I hate it because that's not realistic sometimes, right? Just straight up not. Like, where do you want to like? I guess when it's not all said and done, but like as you get further on in your life, like what do you want to accomplish more of, or what you want to accomplish?
I'm just going to be a business mogul. Like that's what I mean. I want to be the person that can just do whatever you want. You have like a name that's just like she can do whatever she wants. She's built her empire.
Yeah. What do you want to do? So what's the next thing you want to work on? Like obviously you got the clothing stuff. You have everything you do like the IG. I don't know if you do brand deals and stuff like this, whatever. But you obviously have a TikTok. I've seen that because I've been forced to be on TikTok lately. Because I'm trying to learn how to fucking use it and I don't know how to do it. Obviously the cringy dances.
Yeah, TikTok is cringe to me. I can't take it seriously. And like if people, I don't feel like I take anything seriously on there, right? Like no one's being serious. Like
I don't know.
Is anyone being serious? I hope not.
No, I think it's all just for fun.
It's fun, right? Yeah.
So all these things, right? What where do you want to be? Fuck, in more than 1 year. In multiple years, like if you look back, like what do you want to leave behind? Like what do you want to work towards leaving behind?
I'm like trying to what I'm trying to do too is like change the narrative. Like I've always been the hot girl or whatever that the guys like and the girlfriends hate or the girls hate, and like I just want girls to know that I'm for them. Everything I do is it may look, but it's like there are certain girls who look to me and they find me inspiring and they're like, oh, the booty pictures, anything is like, you inspire. Because it is inspiring. It's like, I worked hard for this body. Like, it should inspire you to go to the gym and work out and stuff too. But instead, they think, oh, she's posting this so my boyfriend can lust after her. And it's like, that's not really, like, obviously I'm a girl too and I want people think I'm hot, whatever. But it also is for the girls and, like, I just want, like, to really, like, grow my, like, empire of girls too that like really look up to me and respect me and like that I can empower, and so that's like a goal of mine.
That's dope. That's awesome. I mean, that's why I love doing everything I've done to this point has been the messages that I receive about like content, about maybe even stuff just like this in particular with someone else, with anyone, with you, and people learning like, oh, I want to do more with my life, or maybe I want to be in that situation, or I appreciate the thing that person said. So on that, like what do you think you've done, or what do you want to do more of that'll allow you to do more of that, like to give more of that?
Yeah, I mean, right now what I'm excited about is like I'm going to like really like focus on my YouTube channel, like showing girls how to work out, and like because I've always like do the workouts, but I don't like ever like teach and like informative. So I'm gonna do that, and like I have this thing called Summer's Camp that I'm gonna do, like go around the world as like a boot camp type thing. And like certain things like that to really like really get involved with like the workout, because I kind of like dabble in it,
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
I'm like really known for fitness, but I'm like I kind of just like I like put my toe and then I'm like and because it was such my life for so long that's like I was kind of burnt out on it for a while. I was just like ugh, So it's like I really just want to get in it and really help girls and feel beautiful, and like because I am like a girl's girl, like people like don't know that about me, but like I love girls and I love empowering them, and I just think that a lot of young girls don't have like a really good person to look up to, because they're like I've always stayed true to myself. Like I know so many girls, and like everyone does, like they come to LA, they get popular, they start getting their lips done, their butt, everything's fake all of a sudden within like a year of living here. And I've been in the game for like 5 years now, and I've never touched anything. I've never changed who I am. I've always stayed true to myself. And I think that that's a good message for girls. And like, there's not many girls like that girls can look up to and really be like, because I don't want girls to like want to look like me. Like, it's like, I just want to like inspire them to like stay true to themselves and be themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, that's like my goal is like, I really just want to be impactful, and like people's like, and guys too, like, I want guys to feel that same way too. So that's like my goal is just like, for a long time, I've just been a picture on the internet, like, oh, like Sommer Ray, it's like, no one knows what I sound like. No one knows anything about me. They don't know my personality. All they're like, oh, she has a nice ass. Like, like that's been my story for so long. And like, it's hard. It's like been kind of like difficult to change it because people put you in a box and they don't want to see anything else. Like, no, that's all. Like, you can't have a voice. You can't have an opinion. You just turn around. That's all we want to see from you. Like, we don't want to see you.
And I'm sure you've seen comments like that when you do something outside of that.
Yeah, no, everyone just wants that. So I have to like do it slowly. You know, you can't like cold turkey and just be a different person. Right. And I work hard for my body. So it's like, that's not something I'm not going to do because it's like, I also believe that like I can post what I want and I can show my body on my consent. It doesn't have anything that doesn't make me a hoe. That doesn't make I'm not a hoe. I'm like the most unhoe hoe ever. Like I literally could not be the more of a prude girl. So it's like when people call me a hoe and I'm like, okay, like where's your evidence of this?
I get it. It's just a perception.
It's a perception. So like the perception of who I am versus who I really am, I just need to show like more of. But then even when I do that, people are always gonna fit. Listen, I know girls who post nothing but fully clothed photos always, and they're like, do porn. It's like it's just like being females, we're just like screwed over in that way.
It's even just being a dude doesn't matter who you are. Being someone in a public eye, people are gonna be like, this is who you are, no matter what. I've talked about this on other podcasts. I've talked about this tons of times. There's no way to avoid that. The only thing you can do is focus on being yourself. The thing that I notice, the thing that I know that's really hard for girls who initially start like you're talking about as, oh, this is a girl with the butt, or just a guy who's like, this is what the person does, and then they try to do something else. Anything. It could be like a guy, like for example, me, right? All I did was fitness stuff my whole life, and then I just started making another channel where it's just Life of Bradley Martin. It's just like comedy skits, and it's just like jokes and stuff with the boys, you know, the Note guys. And when I first started doing it, a lot of people were like, oh, just post your fitness videos. Like, this is stupid. And now it's like, they love it. Like, the kind of, like, the views, the comments, people love it. Yeah,
because people don't like change. But then afterwards, they get used to it. They're like, oh, this is you. Like, this, I've never known a different you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I could speak from a certain perspective and say, I love fitness. I absolutely love it. I'll never stop doing it. But at some point, as you get older and you grow, you're like, I want to do other things. I want to try other things.
There's more to life.
And so, the thing I wanted to tell you, I think that's really important. But it is kind of hard to dance that line, especially sometimes with like Instagram and the way people respond to it, and maybe with the algorithm and like engagement, all this other factors of like posts and it doing well or not doing well. I know that like, because I've had this conversation with other girls who are like, oh, I want to do XYZ, I want to do this, but it's like they post sexy photos all the time. I know it's a fact that if all you post is sexy photos all the time, though, the people you're going to get are people who are there for the sexy photos, and they put you in that box. If you don't make content that's like, hey girls, like this is what I'm doing today for my workout, because obviously guys, when they hear that, they're like, oh, shut up, I'm just going to go to the next thing, right? That's what if
fast forward.
Sorry, I shouldn't say obviously, because that's kind of rude. I don't mean obviously in the sense of like that's the natural default for guys, but if you film the content, if you posted content that was only, yo, I look sexy, I look hot, and you did that for years, and you're the sexy hot girl, and then all of a sudden you start trying to teach girls how to work out, the guys who already follow you because they've been following you for that are gonna be like, what is this? What is she talking about? Just turn around and show me your butt. Yeah. So it's like you have to slowly start to put in content.
Yeah, you can't just like one day just be like, oh, it's like I delete all my butt photos, and it's like, guys, I'm done now.
Yeah, like they'll be like, what? Like that's when you're gonna get a lot of the. Yeah. But there has to be a phase of you start to include more and more and more of it. And obviously, if you want to post pictures of yourself and your butt, like it's your fucking life, do whatever the fuck you want with it and own it, right? But you have to understand that as you start to do that more of the teaching, you're probably gonna get more comments like people talking shit, maybe a little less engagement even, because there's not gonna be as many people there.
That's 100% true. And like girls, it's like why we get in this like, oh, only sexy photos is because when you get so wrapped up in likes and stuff,
because of OnlyFans,
obviously.
Obviously
that those, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what girl you are, it doesn't matter if you're known for having a nice body or not. If you post a face picture versus a butt picture, the butt picture, no matter who you are, gets more likes. That's just life. That's
the internet.
That's the internet.
Yeah.
So they post face pictures and like, oh, this isn't getting love, so I'm just gonna stick to so that's also, but like for me, it's like I've been on the internet for so long, it's like engaged, it's like I'm more just focused on like building my empire and like getting, so it's like even if I'm posting like stuff that isn't getting as many likes, it's like the likes aren't making you money. Like
it's crazy to think you've been on the internet for so long and you're just fucking so damn young. It's fucking wild. I was on the internet like trying to do my, because like, people don't see your come up before the blow up. So like, oh, you blew up so fast. I'm like,
I guess, but it's like they don't see the work
No,
that
you've
you're
been on
putting
for a
in.
while, which is still crazy because you're so young.
Because I like blew up when I was like 18. I just turned 19, and then I did the 19 and all natural for a while. Because this is when girls were doing like shout outs with other girls. The internet's changed so much. It's a different place. It's not the same at all. Now when kids blow up, they are huge, because back when I blew up on the internet, having 1 million followers was like unheard. Like when you have a million, oh my gosh, that was like the first person who got 1 million followers. It was like, wow, what the hell?
Yeah.
So now the internet is so saturated and there's so many more people. So now the blow up is crazier because now there's more people to see your blow up. I'm always like, if I blew up now today in this like world of the internet, I would be mega because it's just so many more people on the internet.
Yeah.
So it's like we think these kids, but it's like the kids now who are blowing up, there not that many users were on Instagram when we blew up, you know?
Right.
So it's like it's a whole different world now. But what's hard now is like staying relevant. You know, like you can blow up, you can have all the attention in the world. Everyone's like, oh my God, because like you see like the new little kids who are blowing up and they got up. But it's like, how can you withstand that for 5 years? Let's see because everyone's going to be having the likes and love when the hype is happening, but what happens when the hype is gone?
It slows down.
Because it only lasts for a little bit.
It always slows down.